We're going to divide leadership up into two parts, the qualities of a leader and the skills of a leader. And the way I want you to look at it is over here on this side, these are the intangible qualities of a leader that you can take on to develop for yourself. And over here, these are the tangible skills of a leader that you can learn to perfect over time with practice. And so if we divide leadership up into an intangible side and a tangible side, a set of qualities and a set of skills, well, now you have something to work with. Now you have something you can focus on. Very good. Okay, sounds interesting, but what are these two sides? And so I like to call this side the spirit of leadership. The spirit of leadership, the intangible qualities of a leader. And I like to call this side the mechanics of leadership, the tangible skills of a leader. And so as I develop this, right, especially in a live lecture, the way I develop this is I ask people, and I'm asking you, to tell me, well, what are the qualities of a leader on the intangible side, on the spirit side? And people come up with a lot of different things, but these four in particular seem to be the most popular or the most, sort of, I guess, at the ready, right, that we think of. And that's interesting. There could be many more than this, but what I want to draw your attention to is that at the end of the day, there is one primary quality that a leader brings to the table, and that quality is going to go right here in this box, represented by one word. That one word is what has people want to follow you. Because if people don't want to follow you, you can't be a leader. Or you can say you're a leader, but you're not a leader unless people want to follow you. Makes sense, yeah? Of course. So this one quality is what you must have for people to want to follow you. It's the first part of the foundation of leadership. Okay, very good. But over here, people want to follow you, but how do they know how to follow you? And so we look at the mechanics of leadership, and I ask people, and I'm asking you, what are the different skills that a leader must have in order to be effective? And so people usually come up with four major points that, again, seem to be the most popular or the most, memorable. And here again, though, those 4 points, those skills, will distill down to one single thing, one single word that's going to go in this box. And that word is what a leader needs to possess that makes people know how to follow them. How? Over here, I want to follow you, but I got to know how to follow you. Okay, cool. What goes in these boxes? What words go in these boxes? Well, let's work over here. What one word encapsulates the essence of the intangible quality of a leader that makes you want to follow them? They're influential because they create this. What word goes in that box? The word that goes in that box is the word trust. Trust. I trust you. I will follow you. I will do what you ask me to do because I know that it's going to work out because I trust you. I don't trust you. I'm not going to do what you want me to do. I may do it because it's my job description, but I'm not going to go the extra mile. I'm not going to want to listen to what you have to say when you're going to coach me and try to develop me because I don't trust you. So why would I listen? In other words, if you're going to be a person of influence, a leader, you have to have trust with the people around you. There's no point trying to be a leader if you don't have this first part of the foundation, right? Let me use this, that's more foundation. That's not what this is. Good. You got to have the foundation, okay? Now, people want to follow you. Very good, but how do they know how to follow you? How do they know what to do? So what one word goes in this box? What one word is it that has people know how to follow you? Think about it. What one word? And that word is communication. All right? Communication. Did you get it right? Sometimes you will, right? Some people will. But in any event, the word is communication. So what did we just learn? We just learned that the foundation of leadership is trust and communication. You cannot be a person of influence if you don't create trust and have excellent communication skills. So before you even try to do anything more advanced, you have to check yourself and ask yourself, do people trust me? Do I communicate effectively? Because if you don't, that's the place to start becoming a better leader. Fair. But here's something even more interesting, at least to me, and I think you'll agree with me. Here's something even more interesting. Okay, what is it that we have in our lives that is wholly dependent on trust and communication? The quality of this thing that I'm about to talk about is dependent on trust and communication. We all have this. Okay? We have this with a parent, a child, a friend, a relative, a coworker. It could be any person that you are connected with. You have this. What is it? What is it that we have that if we have trust and communication, this thing is strong, and if we don't have good trust and communication, this thing is weak or falling apart? What is it? You know what I'm going to say? It is relationships. Relationships. Relationships depend on trust and communication. If you don't have trust and communication, relationship falls apart. Okay, fair. That's the next thing we learned. But that's not the final part of the puzzle here. What's next? Well, I want you to understand that what leadership is a relationship between three things. It's a relationship between three things. The leader, the follower, and the situation. The leader, the follower, and the situation. That's what leadership is. This is my explosion of your power as a leader. I could work on that a little bit. But you get the point. Leadership is a relationship between the leader, the follower, and the situation. So for you to be effective at being a leader, you need to look at what is the quality of my relationship with this person or this group. And how do you know what the quality of your relationship is with this person or this group? You have to look at what is the level of trust you've created as a person of influence, as a leader. What is the quality of communication you've created as a person of influence, as a leader? And those 2 points are the place we start if you want to begin to be more effective at being a leader.